Allama Muhammad Iqbal, known to the world as the poet of the East, the thinker of Pakistan, and the sage of the Ummah, was born on 9 November 1877 in the blessed soil of Sialkot, a city that illuminated the intellectual horizon of the Indian subcontinent with a light that continues to inspire hearts to this day. Iqbal was not merely a poet. He was a philosopher, thinker, jurist, politician, and spiritual guide who gave a dream to a nation in bondage, turned that dream into faith, and that faith into action, forever changing the destiny of his people. His message transcends the boundaries of time, race, and geography, for he came to awaken the infinite potential hidden within the human soul that brings man closer to the Creator. Iqbal's philosophy of Khudi was in essence a call to self-awareness, the power of will, and the determination to shape one's own destiny. His father, Sheikh Nur Muhammad, was a pious and spiritual man, while his mother, Imam Bibi, was the compassionate and religious heart of the home. Their upbringing sowed in Iqbal the seeds of divine love and self-realization. He received his early education in Sialkot under the mentorship of Syed Mir Hassan, a distinguished scholar who instilled in him a deep love for learning and literature. Iqbal's brilliance carried him from Aligarh to Lahore and eventually to Europe. He earned his M.A. in philosophy from Government College Lahore and later pursued higher studies at Cambridge, Heidelberg, and Munich, where he obtained a doctorate in philosophy. His doctoral thesis, The Development of Metaphysics in Persia, remains a seminal work that introduced Eastern philosophy to Western academia. During his stay in Europe, Iqbal observed the outer splendor and inner emptiness of Western civilization. He realized that while the West had advanced in knowledge and intellect, it had lost touch with spirituality. This realization became the foundation of his intellectual revolution, that true progress for the East was impossible without reconnecting to its spiritual roots. Upon returning home, Iqbal began practicing law, but his soul could not remain confined to that limited world. Poetry became his true medium, a vehicle for intellectual awakening. His poetic collections Bang-e-Dara, Bal-e-Jibril, Zarb-e-Kalim, and Armagan-e-Hijaz transformed his poetry into a movement. His poem La Payati Hai Dua, Banke Tamana Meri, remains on every child's lips, while Shikwa and Jawab-e-Shikwa give new philosophical dimensions to the dialogue between man and God. His Persian works, Asrar-e-Khudi, Rumuz-e-Bikhudi, and Javed-Nama, earned him a place among the world's great philosophers. For Iqbal, Islam was not merely a religion, but a complete way of life whose true spirit lies in ijtihad, selfhood, freedom, and action. In his lectures, The Reconstruction of Religious Thought in Islam, he reinterpreted Islamic philosophy in the light of modern thought, seeking a balanced relationship between reason and faith. He strongly opposed that form of mysticism that made man passive and indifferent to action. To him, the true mystic is the one who struggles in the field of life. In politics, Iqbal became the voice of Muslim rights. Initially close to the Indian National Congress, he soon realized that Hindu-Muslim nationalism was a delusion that would erase the distinct identity of Muslims. In 1930, at the historic Allahabad session of the Muslim League, he presented the vision of a separate Muslim state, a dream that later materialized as Pakistan. He proposed that Punjab, Frontier, NWFP, Sindh, and Baluchistan be united into an independent state where Muslims could live freely according to their own culture and values. His intellectual harmony with Muhammad Ali Jinnah paved the way for that dream to become a reality. At the heart of Iqbal's poetry lies his love for the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He believed that love for the Prophet is the source of all strength, dignity, and selfhood. His famous verse, Ki Muhammad se wafa tune itoham tereheng, if you are loyal to Muhammad, we are yours, encapsulates his faith. For Iqbal, the awakening of nations begins with thought, while slavery begins with the chains of the mind. His message ignited a new spirit in the youth, reminding them that a true Muslim does not drift with the current of circumstances. He has the power to change the course of destiny itself. Every line of his poetry is a lesson in action, hope, and self-confidence. Raise your selfhood so high that before every destiny, God Himself will ask you, "Tell me, what is your desire?" Despite illness in his final years, Iqbal continued to guide the nation intellectually until his passing on 21 April 1938 in Lahore. His mausoleum beside the Badshahi Mosque still stands as a symbol of faith, knowledge, and love. Iqbal's message lives on, for he was not merely a person, but a philosophy, a vision, a movement. He reminds us that nations are not built by slogans or claims, but by character, action, and conviction. His poetry still sparks the flame of courage in the youth, the flame that changes eras. Even today, he calls out to us, "Your abode is not on the dome of kings' palaces. You are an eagle. Make your dwelling on the mountain peaks." Iqbal's life answers one great question: who is a Muslim? And his message is the practical explanation of that answer: faith, love, selfhood, and action. The day of his birth is not merely a commemoration. It is a renewal of commitment that we rediscover our selfhood, break the idols of servitude, and become the nation that Iqbal dreamed of. Because Iqbal lives on, in his words, in his vision, and in every heart that seeks to understand the secret of Khudi.